What's going on, everybody? Doug Lane here, Fast Lane Car Care. We're standing in my brand new 2023 ProMaster van. You may have watched the other video on how we did the dome lights. However, today I'm going to show you the cargo lights. If you have one of these vans, really doesn't matter what year it is or even what model it is. All the cargo vans factory lights seem to suck. And so we made them suck less. And I'm going to show you how we did that. So if you look up here, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but we have, these are just Harbor Freight rock lights. They're like 30 bucks for the pair. We got another one right here, and you might be wondering why it's mounted to, directly beside the factory light. And I'm gonna show you how I did this and why I did it this way. I wired these up so they use the factory switch. I don't have to wire in a new three-way switch. So that keeps this super simple. And we'll show you, all you really need, it depends on how fancy you want to get with this. I've got a trim panel removal tool here. I'm just going to pop this down out of here real quick just to show you how I did it. Okay, so all I did was I wired, I just soldered the connectors to basically the bulb terminals. And I'll pop this lens out. Oh, we got turned on. Bear with me. Okay, so not sure if you can see how this is in there, but I've just soldered it to where your factory bulb would be, and basically your this little guy here acts as the switch. It breaks the ground. So you can see this side is hot, this side is your ground. And so why I did it this way, one, the simplicity of it. If I ever wanted to go back to stock, all I have to do is desolder those wires, or if I really wanted to, I could just cut them, and I can put the factory bulb back in here. No big deal, and you would never know this was tampered with unless you pulled it apart and really looked at it. And then, so the simplicity of it, and then being able to, like I said earlier, retain this three-way switch. So I wanted to be able to still use the on, door only, or off function, and I didn't want to have to wire in and locate another three-way switch and then cut up the factory wiring harness and all that. So I just soldered it into the existing lights, and I put it in right beside it. This van may get insulated, and we'll put walls up, and if that's the case, I'm going to have to move these lights anyway. So that's really a big reason why I wanted to keep it just really simple, so that way when or if I decide to change stuff, I can move those wherever I want. We'll shut the door here, and as you can see, it's about 9:30 in the morning. It's a little bit of a cloudy day, but it doesn't really matter. The back of this van is always super dark, and I can tell you from I wish I would have left the stock bulbs in here and did like a before and after comparison, but you're dealing with soldering, so you got to solder everything together and put it back. But as you can see, just one of these, if you have any experience in these cargo vans, this one light is 3 times as bright as both of the factory lights. But when you add both of them together, it works really, really well. And so that's why we did that. For $30, and it took me about 10 minutes to do the first one and about 5 to do the second one. So now we've got both of them turned off. So now the van, the lights will stay off. And like I said, having that three-way switch, having that flexibility to be able to just run them the way you want them, it just works out really nice. So 30 bucks, probably took me a half an hour to do it, all told, between figuring out what wires were what, how the switch worked, and how I was going to wire it in there. The second one took me, no joke, 5 minutes or less to solder it, to do everything. And really good investment. You don't have to use the Harbor Freight lights. I'm usually kind of against Harbor Freight stuff, but most of these LEDs are coming from China and whatnot anyway. So I figure for 30 bucks, if they don't work or they don't last very long, it's 30 bucks, and we know better for the next time. We can get some Baja designs or something like that. I think one more addition that I would make would be red dome lights back here. I would like to have maybe 2 of these lights in red, so it doesn't disrupt your night vision, because like if you're driving at night and you turn this off, these lights come on by default when you turn the ignition off, and it's super bright back here, especially in the middle of the night. So I think running a red light would be kind of beneficial if you just don't need a whole lot of light, if you're doing a lot of night driving or whatever. We're not going to run into that issue. This is a work van. We're not going to run into it until winter time when it gets dark at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So we'll play with that. We'll see. But overall, these vans are super easy to work on, super easy to access stuff. The wiring is like largely exposed, so it's really easy to just get a voltmeter or test light, and you can, figure out what wires do what and all that stuff. The one problem I do have with these vans is a lot of the information online is misleading or wrong. If you watch my other video on the dome lights, you'll see like, it said I needed this bulb, but I really, needed a different bulb, and that complicated things. So, yeah, that's all we got for this video, guys. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.